My name is Yogi Akal, and this is a special edition of Love by the Numbers for Adam and Micky. Adam and Micky sitting in a tree, K-I-S-S-I-N-G. It's a funny old ditty, it's a funny old song. But the reality is that you are kind of sitting in a tree together. You know, the tree of life. It's an old image, but it's a powerful one. And for the two of you, that's really what this is. You're both in a process of growth in your life. I'm not suggesting you need to grow. You're in a process of growth. That's a really special place to be in your life if you're aware of it. It means you grab every opportunity to learn something new and you process it and integrate it and put it to work. Now, when you use another person for that in a relationship, it goes bad very quickly. So the two of you working in a parallel way, you're both in this process of growth. You don't have to use each other for that. You just get to share it. You get to be happy in that process together. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. That's the idea. Now here's the good news and the bad news. The good news is there's no mean-spiritedness in this relationship. Here's the bad news. But by God, there could be some nasty words. And that's not allowed. Wherever that comes from, whether that's carelessness, whether that's from a model of something in your past, whether you think that's an entitlement, oh, it's off base. Because there's a limit to that. And words used as weapons will work against you every single time. So let me just get that part out of the way. Adam, you know, your process of life is a very beautiful process. You've included one woman into your life. Good choice. Micky, you're sexy. Not sexy, but sixy. The number is 6. You have to understand, in numerology, the birthday has no superstition. It doesn't have any special value. It's a reference point. It's a starting point. The numbers themselves have no superstitious value. They're starting points. They're like a language. They're like words in a sentence. And the word or the phrase or the key for you, Micky, is 6. And 6 has to do with reverence. It has to do with a kind of caring service that's public service. You are an issue-oriented person. The big picture, what's happening in the world, what's right and what's wrong, you feel very strongly about. And for good reason. You have capability to offer potential change and strategy. You're a communicator to help facilitate change in the world. You're a person who helps facilitate patience and change in other people, and of course for yourself. If I put these two birthdays together, it has to be Micky that has leadership in the projection or communication of the couple. And it has to be Adam that is the anchor of the relationship, in other words, the base of it. Now you may say, well, don't we do that together? That's not really how it works. In this case, one person is more of a projection, one person is more of a base, and that together they form a perfect square. Some relationships are like a circle. It's very much enclosed in a circle, but it goes round and feels complete. Other relationships are more like a square. It's very contained. This relationship is contained and should be. The cycle for this year for the two of you is to move forward. There's no question. If you're not marrying this year, wait for 2 years. I don't recommend to do that in 2013. Either do it this year or wait to 2014. You share something really funny in common between the two of you. You're both very sensory. You both have a relationship to the world through your senses. You feel everything. That doesn't mean you feel it emotionally, but you feel it in your senses. You may say everybody does that, but some more than others. And the two of you share that. So to have sensory things in your life would be a good thing. Pets, for example. Your relationship with other beings, other things that you can touch and feel. These are all good for you. There's a guaranteed success for Adam that will never fail. And for Micky, I've only seen one numerology like this before, so I mean no offense when I say this, but it's very similar to Al Gore. It's not the same numerology, but it's very similar in that it's very contained. It's very, it could be interpreted as uninteresting by some, and it could be interpreted as magnificent by others. Your job is to not be swayed by either one. Your job is not to try to be more interesting or to be less interesting. Your job is to be absolutely centered. And when you do that, wow, you just get so much done. I think the world is grateful that you exist in it. And I think you bring that to this relationship in a beautiful way. So you're both like a tree. You both have a root, you both have a trunk, you both stretch up to the skies. It's a good thing and lasts a long time. Thanks for watching. My name is Yogi Call. This has been a special edition of Love by the Numbers. And don't forget to comment right here, fan, friend, and subscribe.